According to the public affairs officer of the Church of Scientology International, every difficult situation he was ever called upon to handle with parents or the press was caused by some new or untrained Scientologist, completely misinforming others as to what was Scientology data. Thus, if Scientology was any part of an estrangement, can you be sure the data given about it was correct? Realize that children or people who feel overwhelmed by someone often say things to attempt to shock others in order to demonstrate their independence. But another, realizing this, should be able to recognize and understand even such crude attempts of self-assertion for what they are. For the most part, having found more reasonable data now, they deeply regret their statements and actions and would do anything possible to repair them. Although policy letters forbid them to do this, many relatively untrained Scientologists have upset their friends and families by seeking to explain to them data their friends and families have not understood. Often, these explanations were not even technically correct. The Church is sorry for this. It was a mistake to do this. The materials of Scientology are not very mysterious, and when viewed as a whole, not as fragments, are very sensible. Basic books on the subject should have been used, not verbal attempts to convey the subject. Scientology libraries contain over 65 million words of observations of life and what men in all walks have said, or done, or believed. Moreover, our churches are always open. Anyone may attend a Sunday service, take a tour, or come to hear a lecture. You are always welcome. Feeling challenged and invalidated, the relatively untrained Scientologist sometimes tries to make an impact on a non-Scientologist by telling him bizarre and sometimes incomplete or incorrect data on the subject, instead of some useful material the other can use to better his life. Uninformed persons experience a drop in reality and feel antagonistic when this occurs. You possibly can recall some instance of this. Actually, Scientology policy letters exist to discourage this sort of thing and point out that where it has occurred, upsets can follow. It makes Scientology seem bizarre, whereas anyone studying it fully would agree that, in Scientology, many hitherto strange oddities in life and behavior are easily understood and handled as well. Scientology is a subject that brings about understanding, and it should not be used to cause misunderstandings. But such lapses can also be repaired by Scientology, and the Church devotes time to encouraging their speedy repair. There is nothing as strange in Scientology as the 19th century psychology fixation that all men are just peculiar animals. Or, as Freud said in the 19th century, that all urges are based solely on sex and that there's no more to life than sexual cravings 24 hours a day. Or the fascist psychiatrist belief that frying their heads with electricity cures all criminals. No, Scientology is not as strange as that.